Hello, my name is Emily Dewan. I'm a member from Team G. This is my sixth infusion on the 7 truths about entrepreneurship, as we reviewed in the first chapter of the Entrepreneurship Practice and Mindset textbook. I wanted to focus on these 7 truths because it allowed me to remove initial biases I had about entrepreneurs and made me realize how these entrepreneurship skills can be transferable to other areas of my life. It also increased my understanding of what it means to have an entrepreneurial mindset. Starting with the first truth, entrepreneurship is not reserved for startups. Prior to taking any form of entrepreneurship classes at UMBC, I thought that the only path for entrepreneurs was to start up their own business. The well-known entrepreneurship success stories that I had heard of were all similar to the Facebook and Apple scenarios. I imagine that this is what most people have in mind as well when they first think about entrepreneurship. However, as I became more exposed to this field and heard other successful entrepreneurs' stories, I saw the wide variety of opportunities available to entrepreneurs outside of the traditional views of startups. These opportunities can be from corporations to franchises, for-profit or non-profit to family enterprises. The second truth is entrepreneurs do not have a special set of personality traits. The 4 traits that have been identified to describe entrepreneurs are a desire for achievement, an innate sense of ability to influence events, a tendency to take risks, and a tolerance for uncertainty. However, these traits are not scientifically proven to show that all entrepreneurs have these personality traits. When I thought of an entrepreneur, I actually had these 4 identified traits in mind, but I personally do not believe that just anyone who has these traits can be an entrepreneur. As I've slowly been able to grasp key concepts from discussions in class, the focus is on how entrepreneurs think and act. This is why we have seen serial entrepreneurs, those who start several businesses either simultaneously or one after another. These people who are able to continue to start up successful businesses one after another are able to do so because they have the right mindset. It is not something that is related to their personality, but related to how they think and act upon their ideas. The third truth is entrepreneurs can be taught. It is a method that requires practice. I think that because people hear about the Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg cases, people believe that entrepreneurs are born with these skills or mindset to come up with these great ideas and businesses. This idea of innate skills or thinking is not correct because there are plenty of entrepreneurs with successful businesses who got where they are through either their own mistakes and failures or learn from other people's experiences. I actually think that this is exactly what we are doing in this entrepreneurship mindset class. We're learning about different entrepreneurs' stories and experiences every week. In the drawing activities, we are practicing using the right brain to think about problems and design. The group activities we do every week allow us to practice working together with different people to solve a problem, which reflects the real world in that we don't often get to choose who we want to work with, but we need to know how to work together to reach the common goal. In discussing the outcome and effectiveness of the group activities, we learn what worked and what may not have worked. For example, communication, organization, and staying focused on the target. These are all skills that can be taught and practiced as we are doing so in class. The fourth truth is entrepreneurs are not extreme risk takers. Oftentimes I am hearing that entrepreneurs are bootstrapping their own startup or they put all of their investment funds into a sector of the company. This has led me to actually think that entrepreneurs were very fearless people and are extremely brave individuals who take high-stake risks. I had thought that in taking these risks, entrepreneurs probably did not thoroughly investigate possibilities of failure and outcomes before making the decision. However, as I've slowly learned, entrepreneurs are actually not extreme risk takers. There's a whole process behind every decision. The amount of background knowledge and research conducted on the existing market is something I had not thought of. However, I realized entrepreneurs actually do a lot of homework to understand what customers want and need, as well as how to distinguish themselves from competitors before they make that bold decision to move forward with their idea. As I believe it was mentioned in class, entrepreneurs are smart risk takers, and that they will evaluate all possible outcomes before they decide to take the risk. The fifth truth is entrepreneurs collaborate more than they compete. I initially thought that entrepreneurs were very intense and cutthroat in their respective fields, but I've soon to realize that this isn't the case. I think that this is true that entrepreneurs collaborate more than they compete because they need to do so in order to distinguish themselves in the field and be more successful. I feel that this is true more in today's society than ever before. The most innovative ideas, concepts, and technology are sparked by interdisciplinary collaborations across the globe. Individual entrepreneurs on their own may not have the complete set of skills or knowledge needed to distinguish themselves from existing successful businesses in the field. A collaboration with other entrepreneurs or existing businesses in other fields could open up a whole new market of opportunity for providing services or products for customers that may not even know that they desired. I think a large part of this entrepreneurial community is helping build each other up by sharing experiences. This is a way for new entrepreneurs to learn from those who have faced similar challenges in the past. The sixth truth is entrepreneurs act more than they plan. I completely agree with this because entrepreneurs are the ones that put ideas and concepts into action. They reach out to the general public to learn more about their wants and needs of their target audience. They take they take this information and incorporate it into their product or business. They follow their customers to get feedback on the product or service. They don't just obtain the feedback, but actually evaluate the feedback and take the action upon making changes to whatever customers may be complaining about. Although planning is important, the key to better improve is to take action, and that is exactly what entrepreneurs do. Finally, the seventh truth is entrepreneurship is a life skill. I feel that this is true because it can be extended outside of entrepreneurship by how we approach various problems, unexpected situations, and almost any decisions we make in our lives. As mentioned in the textbook, the ability to think, act, identify opportunities, approach problems a specific way, adapt to new situations, and take control of personal goals and visions are all extremely valuable skills to have. So how are these transferable skills? As a prospective doctoral graduate student, I'll be working on research problems throughout my career. I find that research is very similar to entrepreneurship in many ways. In research, I will have to learn about the specific field I'm in, learn what methods have been used to solve the specific research problem I choose to work on, identify gaps in the methods on how they can be improved, or look at why these methods were unsuccessful. Based on my findings, I then had to develop an innovative method to tackle this research problem. This is very similar to entrepreneurship because you will have to learn about the current market and existing competitors, identify opportunities in the market that have not been pursued, or learn why others have not been successful, and distinguish your approach from others. A key similarity in research to entrepreneurship is that you need to deal with an uncertain future. You won't know if your method will be successful until you try it, and it may lead you in a different approach to solve the same problem. In conclusion, these 7 truths have helped me remove biases I had about entrepreneurs and made me realize how these entrepreneurship skills can be transferable to other areas of my life. I understand how having this entrepreneurship mindset allows me to handle any unexpected situations that may arise while remaining focused on my goal and determined to achieve that goal. I now have the confidence and mindset to turn my next big idea into a reality. Thank you for taking the time to review and listen to my 6th Infusion.